Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, Blovo here. Today we are playing more Satisfactory. Now, I've got some big plans. We are gonna redo the entire factory here. And we're gonna try and utilize all the resources coming in. So the 3 here, I think there's 8 lines coming in there, and I think 7 lines there. And we're gonna build a vertical factory, where we can leave some space down the back there for steel production, which we will unlock shortly. So I'll just show you. Oh. So I chose the vehicle transport one. I manually crafted the modular frames up in the background just so we got something to launch, and Ada's going to tell us stuff.
Milestone reached. Tractors permit pioneers to move around the world in a manner similar to using legs, except with wheels and the rampant consumption of natural resources. They can also be automated to self-drive and deliver resources between truck stations, which in turn facilitate automation of loading, unloading, and refueling.
Awesome. Thank you, Ada. So yeah, we've got a lot of things to do this episode. It's going to be broken up quite a lot. I'll be pausing the video and starting recording again multiple times so we can get this all going. So we can see we've got our lines coming in there. We've got some lines coming in the back on the other side over there, and we'll be disconnecting these at a later date. So the initial plan is, let me climb my tower and then I can show you. I don't know how to design it. Because those big fart rocks are kind of in the way. So I'm going to leave this all running for the time being, Ryan. And we're going to build some platforms and start building this structure, right? It's just going to be pretty plain looking, level 1, level 2, level 3, like a skyscraper sort of thing. And then when we're ready, and we have enough of the resources stored down here, we're going to start dismantling all the machines and then building the layout. I don't know how I want the resources to come in. Last time I said, since we got those 2 big lines on the sides, we're going to pull it in this way from this direction, and then the smelters, and then the first stage, second stage, third stage, etc, etc. But yeah, I do want to apologize for the lack of videos recently. It's just it's the silly season, Christmas, it's getting busy. I'm going to be working a little bit over the Christmas break, so I hope to have some videos recorded for you all. Your support has been fantastic, by the way, so I just want to thank you in advance for that. I'm not great on aesthetics at all, so I was thinking like we build. Let me just get a foundation down. Yep, start by 2, right? Alright, so something like this at the base, where we will do the ramps, right? And then we would have our big support, and then we'll have a big concrete pillars. But then we'll also make this all concrete, right? At the moment I don't have something to stick in the corner here. I don't have a corner foundation. I'm currently pumping resources through the thing over there to get more tickets so I can. I was thinking like that. So the corner pillars will be on the base platform going up, and the same will be on the top, where you will have the cap up the top there. Oops. You'll have the cap up the top there, and then you'll have the slope as well. Yeah. And we'll look more at architecture later on, because we're getting close to unlocking a tier 2 miners. which will make us overhaul the coal power plant fully. So that's why that one still looks terrible. And we're going to have to expand this out quite a bit. So I want to build a big permanent structure. So let me go and play around and see if I can get some sort of template made up. Okay, a small progress update. I'm here by these belts, and I was thinking, well, because we have all these hills in the way, let's just go over the top of them for the first layer. And this underground bit can just be here for pure logistics. So we unlocked the trucks, right? So we could start having truck depots and everything underneath this factory, and then it's all piped upwards. So I'm probably going to go with that. I try to make this seem pretty cool, but I don't know if I succeeded at all. But this is kind of what the pillars are going to look like. But I couldn't find an inverted corner piece for a ramp. I've got inverted ramps and I've got corner pieces, but I don't have an inverted one. And looking at the shop, I don't think there is one included there. So I'm gonna have to go like do this for a bit, and I might between this episode and the next one download a building add-ons mod of some kind that will give me extra building pieces, because I don't want it to look super ugly. Like this looks pretty good, looks pretty industrial, pretty firm, right? Pretty solid. Whereas that, I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I can change the material to the concrete, but I don't know. Oh, it kind of blends in. I mean, you could probably get away with it, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm probably going to make the floors, so from this level up, polished concrete, and then this one is just going to be regular concrete. So I have to wait till that unlocks. But yeah, I'll keep going. Alright, I'm back. So I have covered quite the large area, as you can see, with all the concrete foundations. I've come back down to get more limestone. Which one's limestone? This one. Yes, need a whole lot more of that. Yeah, so I hooked these together like this, so I can get double the resources stored, so when I wipe this out, I'm not going to run out of basic components, because that would be really sucky if I did. Poor planning. So I'm going to have to move all this stuff elsewhere to fit the pillar in, because I think this is going to be around the corner. And I want more... can't really see there. More of these pillars along here, so maybe another 2 or 3, something like that. I might also experiment with, instead of these platforms, I might experiment with an inverted 1 meter ramp. Right, and then have another 1 meter ramp like that. Oh, I didn't quite do it. As you can see, there's a gap there. So if I get a 1 meter in that gap, and then I get inverted 1 meter, if I can hit it from down here, I think it's like that. Did I do it right? No, almost. But you see what I mean? Like, to lengthen the support structure a little bit more, so it gives off the illusion that it's spreading the support out a lot more. But I'll have a play around with that. I'm just going to finish off capping it just beyond... Oh, Mr. Bean's down here. Welcome, welcome. Cap it off right at the end. Around about maybe 1 tile in, and 1 tile back from there, so about that one there, and then start building our smelters, because on this other side here I've got the Satisfactory a production tool essentially, and we need, it's not too many, but it's looking like about 20 smelters. So we can get that lined up and ready to go. Yeah, for the rest of it, but let me continue on. Okay, here we are. This is the top of the platform, all built up. So it's actually, I think I went a bit too hard on the building size, right? But it's okay. It's okay. This is going to be a first attempt at any large build. Because remember, all these resources are going to double. Right, when we get the tier 2 miners in. So all this is going to double, so an entire production chain that we can build on here is going to double, and then we got to fit the steel in. So there's coal, yeah, I think down over there, which is going to probably truck in and have parked underneath. So we need to leave room for the steel production. So what I'm thinking is that we do limestone first, because that can hook in straight into the steel production. It's required for that. And then we go iron, and then copper down the other end. But we need to make sure that, let's say the iron needs 15 smelters, right? I need to leave room for 30. So yeah, let me get working on that, and I'll give you another progress update very soon. Alright, I'm back. I have just made the limestone setup here. It took me longer than it should to figure this all out. A lot longer. Essentially, it's kind of like a manifold system, but the issue comes in where I need the excess to end up in some random machine down the end. So, walk you through what I've done here. I don't know, maybe I'm making it too complicated. Because my belts can't handle 4 inputs. I can only do 120 as the top speed, right? For my belts at the moment, but I'm primarily just using 60 belts. So I'll just continue using that, and we'll revamp it later on. Essentially, it goes into a merger. This one doesn't need a merger, it just does. Goes into the splitter. Then half goes into the machine, half comes through to here. To this merger, which then splits it again, and then it goes in the final machine. So this one will probably get the least materials, and I'm thinking this one will get the most. But either way, because I've got the belts coming in on 60 belts currently on both ends, but downstairs there's not much room to do anything yet because I've got all this old factory that I need to sort out. So I'm probably going to stick with this method, and then with the iron and the copper, probably the same method, because it's 1 belt into 1 splitter that serves 2. It's just easier in my head like that for the time being, because we can't use all our iron plates. We'll need them later on. Need a lot more of them, so I'll keep cracking at it. Alright, quick progress update. This is the iron smelters done. So that was quite a lot. Luckily for the copper, it's only going to be 4. So we could just do 1, 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. And then, because these take 30 in each, we go to, I know it doesn't, it's okay, it's not lined up with the center, it's alright. We go to this one, and we make sure that's in line there. This one goes in, takes 60, split between 2 is 30 each, so there's going to be a splitter right there. And then we need another one right here. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do with all the extra copper I have, which which is a bit of an issue. Because I have a lot. Like, a lot. Probably not going to use it for anything yet. I don't know what I can use it for, really. So, I know in the comments someone told me about getting iron wire recipe and all that, but the thing I'm low on is iron, not copper. And we got a ton of it, so there's 3 lines in there. There's this one, I think there's 2 there, and there's 3 coming from the other direction. We're good on wire. We're good on copper. It's the iron that's a bit of an issue. So this is gonna make 5 modular frames per minute, 10 reinforced iron plates, and 10 rotors. So that essentially it's double of the setup downstairs, with the addition of the modular frame line. So, but it's not going to use all our power. Apparently it's only going to use 536 megawatts, which is, we're producing 600 from the coal, and then we got big overheads with the biomass just sitting waiting to be used. So look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Right? Amazing. So, let's work on the concrete. I don't know how much I want to keep, right? So these ones are going to do, where is it here? 15 per minute. And outside of building like this, like big bases and stuff like that, I don't use too much of it. You know? So it's only when I do these big builds that I use a lot of concrete. So I'm thinking, honestly, just 30 will do. Just these ones. And then the other 3, or 2 and a bit, can just do the steel production. So that's good. Whereas these get split up quite a bit. So I'm going to have to figure out how to do the rest of it, because we've got this extra space here now due to these not being used at all. Like, this is the end of the chain for these ones until we get steel unlocked. So we put some storage crates down here, and then from, let's say, this line onwards is free space to utilize. And constructions are quite a bit bigger than a smelter, so let's have a fiddle, see how it's going to lay out. Alright, so here is our rods done. Our rods are fully, that's all we need for the rods. Oh no, never mind. I read that 100% incorrectly. I read 5.5 constructors for the rods, but it turns out it's meant to be 15.5 constructors. So, let's convert this to plates. Why not? Okay, let's run around and just make this the plates one. I can't believe I did that. That's insane. Okay. The plates needed 6.75. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And another one. There we go. And it's set to plates. Okay, that's not too bad. That means I'm gonna need another level there. Oh, it's gonna be a bit messy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to redo these. This one's gonna come out immediately. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with the excess material. Is that gonna... No, not good. Can I just cheat like that? Oh. Yeah, for now. For now. And oh, what am I doing? This one is meant to come down there, and then we're meant to put a. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? This is a direct. Ish. Ish. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, but we'll sort it out later. And then this one's going to have access, so we need a splitter on this line. Yeah, let me neaten this bit up and get this one hooked in. Alright. Right, so that's all hooked up. So remember, these are going to take 30 ingots in with an output of 20, right? And these do... Oh no, I did the math wrong. I can't believe I did the math wrong. These do 30, don't they? Yep, they do 30. Ah, that's right, because I was setting it up for the damn, what are they? Rods. Okay, I got this all wrong. Let me wipe this out. Start again. Alright. Made some sort of monstrosity. Yeah, did not. Yeah. What can I say, right? What can I say? Terrible. Absolutely atrocious. But it'll do for now. We're going to have to redo a lot of this when we get the tier 2 in. We might convert this to one type of material and have little, what are they called? Modular factories. So we'll get them smelted, everything smelted in one location, and then we'll truck them over to someone else. But for the time being, because we only have the one base, and we're quite limited, we're gonna keep this pyramid or something, whatever this is, right? Big bridge. Now, the rest of these, and the... Yeah, so the rest of these ones here are gonna go into their own constructors. Right, and we're going to need 2 per. So we need, was it 16, I believe? Let me double check. 16. Yep. 15.5 constructors, so one will be at half speed. Doing rods. So we'll do that now. And then we'll do the copper last. But I don't think we'll get to any more fancy materials this episode. But, yeah, we'll see what we can do. Alright, I'm back. So the rods are now done. I've put up a little wall here to separate it so I know that this is just doing plates and then this one is doing rods. So that's all complete. The next stage would be screws, which will be the rods, and the screws are going to take up like the rest of this bloody platform. I'm not doing the stitched iron plates for this one. I need to practice building a bigger factory, and when we get the double, tier 2 miners, right, that's when I'll take a proper look at it and work out a proper built factory. But like I said, modular might just be the way to go. But we'll see how it goes. So that's the plates done and the rods done. So plates, rods, concrete's done, and the next is the copper. But I realized I made a boo-boo. I need the outside sections, like this one, to transport materials through. So let me rectify it by doing something like this. Put one. Yeah, I'll put one there. I don't... So the outside will be to transport materials through. Oh no, is this going to hook up? Yeah, perfect. So this will be to transport. There's going to be a belt highways along the edges. That's ridiculous. I want to solve that. I want to fix that up so bad. That looks horrendous. But we've got all the copper smelting now. So I don't know if there's enough room. So we got a merger. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. I wonder if I can do that. Oh, if I can get out here. I've got myself stuck. Yeah, so if I do that, and then the belts between can be 120 belts. Right, because this is gonna do... I've built it wrong. Don't tell me I built every single one along here wrong. Let's see. Yep. I did. I want it to go that way. That way. Yeah, like that. So that can go in, and then the belts, I can't find it, my goodness, will be the 120 belt. I'm stuck again. Always stuck. Okay. Let's get this in here like that. What the hell did I just do there? No. Oh, there we go. Why is this one not liking it, huh? Anyway, I'll fix this up and I'll see you guys shortly. Okay, there it is. So that's all the copper gonna be coming down a 120 belt line. And we're gonna send this off down over there, that direction, so we can start the copper around the back. But yeah, that's gonna do today's episode. I think we made quite a big dent, considering this is our first big factory. We might even fit everything on the first level, but I don't think I want to, because like I said, tier 2 miners double everything coming in. So that's when we're going to have to go a bit modular. And maybe smelt the resources where the miners are, and then transport the resources up that way. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Yeah, if you got any tips, ideas, games you want to see, anything, let me know. But yeah, I'll try and record as much as I can. It's the silly season. I get busy with work during this time of year, so yeah, I'll try and keep uploading. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.